Some things never change. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Just Another Struggling Writer, the beleaguered author's one-stop shop for commiseration and hopefully inspiration. My name is Carrie Scher and I am just another struggling writer. Today I'll just be doing a cozy reset for January, which means I'll be looking back at December and evaluating my successes and some areas that I'd like to improve on going into the new month, as well as establishing some goals I'd like to meet for the month of January. And as always, some general tidying up I'd like to do just to get my mind right for going into the new month, especially this new month at the beginning of the new year. So, looking back at the month of September, I actually had some really great successes in the areas, particularly in reading and content creation. I had a great reading month, easily my best reading month of the entire year. I completed 5 books, which for me is a lot and a great stepping stone into the new year where I want to be reading 6 books a month. And that totaled out to 721 pages read, not including the one that I didn't end up finishing in the month of December, and 13 hours that I listened to. And my total rating for the month of December ended up being 3.2, which isn't great, but I really got into the swing of reading a lot. And I actually finished 2 books on the same day, as in I started reading them in the morning and I finished them by the evening. I did that twice, which, is great. I am a binge reader, and if I am really into the story, even if I don't end up loving the story, if I am at least compelled by it, I can sit down and finish it in one go. And I did that twice, which helped boost that number. I also met a lot of my reading goals in terms of my TBR. There were some books that I really wanted to DNF that I won't go back into. I've already talked about those. I managed to push through and finish them. And I also utilized my library a lot more, in that if I had a physical book that I didn't have time to pick up and read all the time, I went to the library and I found it on audio, and that way it helped me get through my TBR more efficiently. I'm not a very fast audio reader, but my physical TBR was so great that I needed to balance it a little bit more, and the audio did help. And like I said, that is a great starting point for 2024, where I want to start reading 6 books a month and at least twice a month do a binge read where I finish a book in a weekend. So I think that's a pretty good place to start. I'm really proud of myself and kind of building up that endurance that I will need to push forward for that reading goal for 2024. And the second area that I found success in December was content creation. As I was going through November and trying to get back into the swing of things, I started formulating my plan for what I was thinking of as a beta test for 2024. In that, in December, I was going to try and get myself on a content creation schedule and a reading schedule and a writing schedule to kind of see if it was feasible as I moved into the new year, and kind of use December as a jumping off point or a beta test to see if it was possible. I thought that my content creation schedule might be a little too ambitious, a video every 3 days. I'm a new creator, and 10 videos a month seems like a lot. And to me, it seemed like a lot. Like, who would want to watch these? I don't have very many subscribers. But I actually found that making the videos, filming every couple of days, and doing the editing work and everything, it actually not only helped my channel grow a little bit more because I'm putting out content so often, but I was actually having a lot of fun with it. I briefly considered going down to one video every 4 days in January, but I decided that I don't feel like I need to slow down, at least not right away, because like I said, those videos every couple of days were actually really working for me, and I had a lot of fun making them. After all, this channel isn't really about finding an audience, not necessarily. That's not my primary goal. My goal is to have fun and to encourage myself to read more and write more and engage more with the community that I want to be so badly a part of. So in that regard, December was a big success in that I proved to myself that I can maintain that kind of schedule during what is actually like one of the busiest months of the year for me in terms of my day job and Christmas and my son's birthday and everything. I was able to maintain that. There were a little bit of hiccups. I did miss one video, a writing vlog, because I ended up not writing as much as I wanted to. And so the vlog felt a little bit pointless. I only filmed on like half the days I was supposed to. But like I said, it was a really great learning experience and really kind of proving to myself that I don't have to pare myself back in consideration of my energy or what I'm capable of. I can come up with video ideas. I can talk about books. I can talk about writing. I can do all those things and film them and edit them and get them all out. And so, in that regard, I think December was a huge success in learning about what I am capable of and what this channel is capable of. Those are two areas of success, but I did have an area where I feel like I can really improve, and that is writing. And it is not a good sign that the Just Another Struggling Writer channel is struggling to write as much as I am, but I think I set too great a goal for myself in terms of how many words a day that I wanted to do and trying to get back into the habit of writing every day. I think that the writing vlogs that I started filming were really motivating for me, but I think what's something that I need to do going into January and beyond is pare back that expectation just a little bit. 1,000 words a day is an achievable goal, but it is something that if you don't have the time for it, it is hard to make time for it. So 1,000 words a day for me is about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on distractions and how motivated I am that day and whether the words are coming. But with everything else going on, like I said, with work and my son's birthday and Christmas and everything, and it just became too tiring to think of myself of getting up at the end of the day and going to my desk and working for another hour and a half. So what I think I would like to do going into January is start smaller. I think about 500 words a day is a good starting place for me, and then ramp that up throughout the year to get myself back onto a good daily goal, a daily kind of total that will eventually lead up to a completed manuscript. I think 500 words is very doable, about half an hour, again, between 20 to 45 minutes. I think that's very achievable, and it's something that if I'm really tired at the end of the day, I can find half an hour to write. It's not like getting out of the shower at 11 o'clock and going, oh my gosh, I still have 90 minutes of writing to do. That's like getting out of the shower at 11 o'clock and going, oh, let me bang this out real quick. I can do that. And I think that's a better way to go about writing, and at least ramping myself up and like building up that, muscle tone, figuratively speaking, for writing. So for January, my goal is going to be to write 500 words every day and continue to do those writing vlogs. I think I'm only going to do them twice a month because I was looking at my content creation schedule, and especially with some other things I've got coming up later in the year, that last tail end of the month might be where I take a break from vlogging, but I'll still be writing, theoretically. So as always, I've got a little bit of tidying up to do. I want to take down the Christmas tree and put it in the garage and just kind of tidy up that area and get it all reset for January. And then I also want to kind of reorganize these shelves behind me a little bit. I've got some nerd stuff that I would like to put in the new shelf space that we just put up in the office. I've got like my special edition, Dragon Age Inquisition special edition box of goodies here that can go in there. And then down here, I've also got a lot of like tabletop RPG rule books. Those can go in there. We've also got some stuff in the garage that we still haven't unpacked. That can all go in there. And that'll just clear up some more space behind me for more books. Obviously, I've got some work to do in that regard, but hopefully 2024 will be the year that I can fill all these up. I'm also just going to be doing some general tidying up. My desk, once again, just needs a little bit of attention, and also this area. With everything that I want to tackle with my writing and everything, I want to spend more and more time at my desk and not use it so much as a catch-all. One of the things I need to get is some shelving units for the sides of my desk so that I can store things more appropriately. Maybe not today, but hopefully sometime this month, or maybe the beginning of next month. so now that we've wrapped up December, let's look ahead to the rest of the month. So here is my content creation calendar. So as you can see, we've got today's video, the Cozy Reset on the 4th. I've got a book review coming up of Swordheart by Kingfisher, which I actually read at the end of last year after I'd already filmed the wrap-up video, so it didn't make it in, but I loved it so much that I wanted to talk about it. So I decided I would do a quick review of that book. Then we've got Unfinished Business, which is a video I'm planning to make about all the series that I'm in the middle of and how I like to read series, which is a little bit different from how most people read series. Then a writing vlog and a cozy reading vlog, which is going to be where I read one book over the course of a weekend. I'm still toying with some ideas for videos for the 19th, so that one is left open for right now. Then another writing vlog, and then a review of The Starling House. If you watched my New Year's reading resolutions video, you'll see that that's on my TBR for this month, and I'd like to get more into reviewing current titles, so that will be another review. And then of course the February TBR and the January reading wrap up. So that's the content I have scheduled. Like I said, some standard booktube content and some writing. And I've still got that video on the 19th that I have to plan for. I'm still looking for ideas for that. So I'm actually one of those people who loves January and loves the chance to start over and get a fresh shot and set new goals, whether or not I end up meeting them. I love the feeling of a new year and starting fresh and getting a chance to kind of wash away the past year, especially a year like 2023, which was really, really shitty for me personally, and go into something with a new mindset, a new end game. And so this month is going to be really important for me in terms of setting the tone and setting the standard for myself for the rest of the year. I've got a bunch of goals I haven't even talked about in this video or in my reading resolutions video. And I don't expect to meet every single one of them. But if I can set new habits for myself, getting into the routine of reading and writing and content creation, I feel like all of those other little things will kind of work themselves out as I figure out which supporting habits are best for me in my new reality. And though this channel isn't really about growing an audience or being famous on YouTube or making money, I do hope that you guys come with me on this journey. Comment below and let me know what your goals are for January, be they reading, writing, or anything else you have going on in your life. If you want to support the channel, please like and subscribe. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye.